Welcome to SeaWorld on Australia's Gold Coast. For over 35 years, SeaWorld has been the place to make contact with amazing marine creatures, in particular the fun-loving seals and our beautiful dolphins.
Here he is! Hello! Alright, so this is Julius. Can you sit up so we can see your beautiful face? There we go. Now, he is a very, he's a big doofle. As you can see, those flippers are too big for his body right now. Now, he does have a really cute little heart-shaped nose, and this is the bump that I was talking about in Saturday. You can see he's got these beautiful, soft-looking eyes. They're quite large, again, because he dives deep to find his food in that continental shelf. He's got beautiful, strong whiskers on the front of his face, and again, they're used for finding food. When there's no light in the water, you'll actually rely on these whiskers to find this food. There's a sensitive nerve on the base of it, and they can pick up on the vibrations of spears of fish. And it also allows them to forage in places like sand, around rocks, things like that. Alright? Look at that gorgeous face. Hello. You're a cheeky boy though, aren't you? So he's learning a couple of little behaviours that we place into the film, just to keep him nice and interactive and keep it positive so he's learning that system. Alright. Now what we like to start with first is actually our photos. Why is out here rather than just doing those things?
Yeah.
So sorry, what was your name? Yeah. Would you like to do the photos? Pass. Just wait for his head to go past, and then you can give him a pat all the way down his way. Wait a little bit more for his head to go past, just down back from his shoulders down. I'll bring him back around. So just wait for his head right to go past and then just down.
Feels almost like a dolphin.
A little bit more fur.
Yeah.
They're sleek in the water, but when they dry, they're really fluffy.
Slowly moves the rest of his body as he goes like
He's touching your skin, is that okay?
That's good, yeah. That's good. So in the end, you relax, and that's what I'm reinforcing and feeding. So you tuck these flippers in together. Alright, let's sit him back up, and what he's also learning is what we like to call a bit of a water fight. Alright, now he's got the water fight happening, alright? So he's getting the fun part, which is splashing us. But we're also going to have some fun and get into knowing splashing him. Now, the only thing with that is that if we splash him too vigorously, things like he gets get offended. So why are you splashing him? Okay, so we're working on this. So let's see if we can get them both moving at the same time. Is he guessing already? Okay. And what about this one? Try again. Both together.
Good boy.
You can kind of splash him a little bit. You want to have a bit of a fight too, ready? Try and see if you can get this one. He's favouring one.
Good boy.
He is really good.
Alright, sit on up for us, buddy. Let's hear your big voice. Now he's done a pretty good job out here today. It's just about practicing him doing it, and the more that he does it, the more that he'll get relaxed and understand that, oh, I'm out here having fun, doing new wacky things, getting fed lots of dishes. Alright, so he's going to get off home.
Yeah, Julius.
Good boy. Julius. Here he is.
Go for it.
I like him but this is B for sure. Hello, Ratbag.
He is a red
Hello. Hello, new stuff. Alright. So as you can see, he looks a lot different to our Californian Seagull physically. Okay?
Yeah.
He's got a massive nose, okay? Massive snoz there. Those little ears on the side of your head, I don't know if you noticed them on Julius as well. And he's got a beautiful golden mane or cap onto the back of his head. That's how we can tell he's a male and he's sexually attractive. Now, of course, being an Aussie, you've got to have an Aussie accent. Very good, Ben. Alright, you are very cute. Yes. Now, this guy here, he's got really big chompers. Can I have a look? Large canines on top and bottom. Okay, and they look a bit dirty, but that's natural staining and protective measures. Alright, very little tongue. Alright, very cheeky. And he's beautiful again in his ears as well. Alright, now let's bring him in. Actually, while we're here, we might just sit him up in the corner. There we go. Give him a smell. You can come in next to me. Stay there for us. We're going to have some DVD time for you. Land on him, squish him. Okay. What about his smile? Can you see that? Very smart. Come back. We want some cuddle time. There we go. Look at him. Give him a good scratch. There we go. Big smile to mate. Very good. Nice cuddles. You want to get some money? They are, yeah, really robust, really big in the chest, and this guy's sitting about 200 kilos.
Oh.
Give him a good stretch, this guy. So notice the difference automatically,
Absolutely.
just the confidence, you know, he doesn't
So
have
oh
any
my
personal
good lord.
space, he just gets in there. Let's see. We might do some photos. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to do some pose, alright? So you're going to follow me over this way. We're going to put this on you. Yes, I know, it's so exciting. Alright. Alright. I think you just volunteered up first. Nah, you should be fine. It will be on the top of the bar. So hold on to that harness there. Okay? Just relax over the centre of it and he just does the work. So just outstretch your arms. Go me! Okay, and it's just to feel their locomotion. They're incredibly strong and powerful on land and of course in the water. Always the shortest possible run. How's that?
That was awesome.
Alright. Hey, go! Nice and relaxed. Good way to get around. This is pretty gentle, yeah. When they want to, they can move quick, and I'll show you that a little bit later, how fast you really can move. Alrighty. Feet, go!
Hey, hold over. Away!
Seiji, can I get you to grab those masks for us, mate? Alright,
That's really
pretty
awesome.
special, mate.
Yeah.
Alright, what we're going to do now is we are going to go into the deep water. So you can unclip that jacket. He's pretty quick. Put your heads under. He's going to cruise in and around you. Can you see it? Yeah. Now, in the wild, they love to play with different things like shells, sponges, all of those different items, and they'll find out different ways to carry them back. This guy, he doesn't like to touch with his teeth very much, so he'll balance it right on his back. Now, Australian sea lions, as I said, are one of the rarest forms of sea lions. They do have a few natural predators, okay? Now, one way for a seal to avoid something like a shark or a whale is actually to use their breath. So what they'll do is they'll sink to the bottom of the ocean and they'll hold their breath, give or take about that. Okay? You let out a big bubble, this, okay? And that allows him to stay nice and stationary on the ocean floor, and he'll wait for that threat to pass. Can you see it down there? Blends in pretty well. Yeah.
Camouflage as well, yeah.
Now, the other means of escaping from a predator is not by out swimming with it, but out maneuvering. Sharks aren't faster than sharks, but they are more flexible, okay? So what they'll do is they'll jump in and out of the water and change direction. So you can see it now, he's like to throw his whole body out of the water with ease. That's where he does those belly flops. If you guys just want to just part ways just to touch it, either side is fine. I'm just going to throw a fish right down the middle. We can stay there and be on the back, okay? We're going to see how fast B really is. Ready? Now, he's done a pretty good job out here today. Actually, he's done a we're going to send him home to take his lunch box home. Thanks for coming out, man. Hello, Scallywag. Got it stuck in your mouth. Now, Rambo, as you can see, is much smaller than the other ones that we've met so far. And being the first, so they behave a little bit more differently. They're a little bit more, what's the word, like more fluid in the water. They spend a lot of time in the water looking after those really important fur coats. You may also notice that this guy here, he's got really long whiskers. So what he'll actually do is he has to look after those whiskers. It's alright, no one else is at it. Alright. So So he'll use those really dexterous front flippers to wash his face, as you can see there. The reason for that is those whiskers are important, they're dirty, they're not going to work properly. These guys here also get fairly stinky, alright? They don't attract the ladies with a bump on their head or coloration. They're attracted by a stinky oil that they rub and massage through their coat. So again, you use those flippers to give himself a bit of a bath. Now, these guys here also are native to Australia, even though they're known as New Zealand fur seal. And our water is a lot warmer. Okay, you probably don't feel that right now. Okay, but what they'll do is, yeah, me too. They'll stick their flippers up out of the water, and they'll allow the evaporation process to work. This is what we call safety. So again, these are all natural behaviours that we've just placed in. Now, something else that Rambo's pretty spectacular with is bows, okay? And they'll perform these behaviours really silly. What he's looking for is he's actually looking for his little kind of nemesis rocker. And he's checking that he's not in the water. Rambo, go. This is very typical of fur seals. He's just swimming and spiraling around in the water. I'm going to throw some objects around. He's going to come and poke them. He's pretty zippy.
He didn't get it. Oh, wow. He left it there.
Go and get it. That's the crab. Did it work? Damn it, it didn't work.
He's not afraid to get close, is he?
No,
not at all.
absolutely. He comes in nice and close. What we're going to do now with Rambo is we're actually going to meet him on land, okay? So you can swim on over back towards our stairs. You can take your mask and your jackets off as you exit. Scratch there. So you can, yeah, it's almost like he's got a conditioner in his fur.
Yeah.
It's really soft. And you can see the water just almost like runs out. And if you just tuck back his fur just gently, because they don't like a lot, you can see that colour change. That's the dry undercoat. Okay? You spend a lot of time with the undercoat.
See the difference? How does student like dogs now?
Yes, yeah. So a lot more of a pointier face. He's got
Yeah.
longer kind of features. His ears and his eyes, and his nose is pointier. Okay. Again, they all do have their very unique little voices. And something else you probably wouldn't have noticed being in the water with these guys is their nails. So he's got very dexterous with them, as an achieved, but it's essentially fingers and a hand. Okay, so there's 5 individual bones in there, and then they've got nails. So if you look at my hand and his, okay, where's your favourite spot? Hard to read the faces.
Yeah, he's Australian.
And you want to show everybody how strong you are. These guys here can be found in sheer cliff faces in France. And that's because they're so incredibly strong. So these are 100 kilos.
I can do that if I wanted to, but I don't.
Yeah. It's weight loss.
It's cool
You
to
guys
see.
want to throw in. So if you just face backwards, aren't you? So that's a feature of these guys, is to look backwards over the top of their head. Hey, do you want to show it?
He's just showing off his flexibility.
Wow.
Now, the thing that's pretty special about Slime Theatre is that this is a culture for us. When we want to shows them, these guys live out here. Where you're sitting right now is Rando's favourite place to sleep, up on these boxes. You know? So I'm waiting very patiently for time to get taken down. This guy is back. He's on the side of the These guys here,